Tonight, here's what people are talking about.
I'm glad you're here, because we've got it.
It's a People exclusive. Every show wanted it, only we have it.
You're going to be the first one to see it.
Our special contributor, Nancy O'Dell, is in Nashville with Garth Brooks and Trisha Yearwood.
In the shallow.
Dancing diva Tiger King's Carole Baskin hits the ballroom tonight, and only People can show you the surprise that awaits her.
We need to know what happened to our father.
Then the exclusives keep coming. Is the Desperate Housewives reunion in the making? Any chance we see a reboot?
It touched my heart because...
Plus, a fashion show like you've never seen before.
Our first ever People show starts right now. Welcome to the premiere episode of People. My name's Kay Adams.
And I'm Lawrence K. Jackson. Kay, can you believe 46 years ago, this was the first ever People magazine?
Wow.
Featuring Mia Farrow on the cover. It cost all of 35 cents.
Is this worth money? Put this back in the case.
It came in the shrink wrap. Let me put it back. Let me put it back.
So starting today, we will be here 5 days a week with everything you love about the magazine, but on TV. And we begin with a huge exclusive. People's special contributor, Nancy O'Dell, joining us from Hollywood with that. Nancy, we are doing the shoulder vibe. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, we both got the memo. Hey, Lawrence. Hey, Kay. I got to say, I'm so excited to be here and to be able to bring our viewers this major exclusive because Garth Brooks is the best-selling solo artist in history. He's the only artist with 9 albums reaching diamond status, which means that he actually sold over 10 million of each album. Most importantly, he is a good guy with a solid foundation. I've known Garth for over 20 years, so when he decided to break the news to me that he and Trisha Yearwood were going to officially record a cover of Shallow from A Star Is Born and invited me to Nashville to witness it, well, I knew fans were going to go bananas. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga were amazing, but wait until you hear how equally fantastic this version is. And Garth also talked candidly with me about why he took his name out of the running for CMA's Entertainer of the Year award. They asked you to bring out all of your...
I'm sorry, I keep looking at. I've never seen them.
I noticed. You're like, have you never seen them?
I have never seen all of them together.
7 Entertainer of the Year awards, and you've never seen them together?
Never seen them all together. This is the first time, yeah. So this was the first one.
Well, I got a whole lot of people to thank.
And I think the one closest to you might be the last one.
Garth
Brooks. Though Garth got a standing ovation when he won Entertainer of the Year last year, he couldn't help but notice the reaction on social media.
We got killed pretty bad last time we won this. There was one in particular that I just loved, that just said, basically just said, hey man, love you to death, but just don't you think it's time that, yes.
A tweet.
Yeah.
Did it hurt at all? I mean, you are such an Entertainer of the Year.
No, I don't think it hurts at all. They're not saying they don't love you. They're saying, hey, do you think it's time? Say it's time. Love everybody, hug everybody, and for here forward, just be known as the guy that got to win it this many times.
Mind you, Garth has won 23 Academy of Country Music Awards, 12 American Music Awards, and 2 Grammys. But not one to rest on his laurels, he still seeks challenges.
Shallow.
Yes.
Talking about Lady Gaga and Cooper?
I mean, it's my fantasy.
Back in March, at the request of a fan, married couple Garth and Trisha Yearwood covered the Lady Gaga Bradley Cooper duet Shallow during a Facebook Live concert.
Tell me something, girl.
Was that literally the first time that you had sung it together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you can just do anything like that on the spot?
Well, when you have her.
I'm off the deep end, waters are diving. I'll never meet the ground.
After an outpouring of love from the fans, they decided to head into the studio to record it as a possible track on Garth's upcoming album, Fun. And I was invited to watch from the control room.
In the sha-la-la-la-lo.
Turns out, while prepping for his role in A Star Is Born, Bradley attended Garth and Trisha's concert in L.A., and they became fast friends.
He was neat.
Yeah, what was that like when he came to the show?
Well, he kept talking about ear monitors, which was weird. I don't know if it was already written in the movie or not, but he noticed I didn't wear them. And I told him the reason why I didn't wear them is I can't hear them.
I don't remember him being at the show. Was he there? 'Cause
Yeah, right.
every girl on the tour was suddenly backstage when Bradley came back.
And you don't remember him being there?
No, I do, totally.
Yeah,
I'm
trust
kidding.
me, she's kidding.
Oh, how would you like to be a part of that conversation? Garth and Bradley Cooper. Well, all right. Tomorrow, much more from my Garth and Trisha exclusive, including the memory that nearly brought Garth to tears.
When I sing this, right, it's 1987, 1988.
Wow, a lot of emotion there. We'll wait on that one from Nancy.
Yes, I cannot wait. Do you have moves, Lawrence?
A little bit. I'm real decent.
Let's talk about tonight's Dancing with the Stars season premiere.
It's shrouded in controversy. Tiger King's Carole Baskin will be hitting the ballroom just as the family of her late husband, Don Lewis, is taking the extraordinary steps of going public with their suspicions that Carole is responsible for their dad's disappearance.
It's another People exclusive.
I'm Gail. Don Lewis was our daddy.
I'm Linda, and we miss our dad.
I'm Donna. We need to know what happened to our father.
Three sisters searching for answers, appearing in this ad that will air on some local Florida TV stations during Dancing's debut.
Do you know who did this or if Carole Baskin was involved?
Don Lewis's daughters are appalled that Dancing cast Carole.
I think it's going to be laughable. Well, they're obviously after ratings, and she can pull them in. I mean, she's like a circus.
I am not at all the person that was portrayed in Tiger King. I am not the money-grubbing, gold-digging, murderous person that they portrayed. I am the kind of person who will come after anybody who is abusing animals. And so from that perspective, I think they got me right.
Carole says she's dancing to keep the plight of caged cats in the spotlight, wearing her flower crowns and all.
I told them anything goes as long as it's not too skimpy and there's no fur or feathers or leathers involved. And so I think that I probably am kind of a living caricature anyways.
Perhaps no one seems a better fit for the ballroom than former Olympic figure skating superstar Johnny Weir.
My costumes are going to be epic. They're going to be big and strong. I like to make a spectacle. I like to take people's mind off things, and the costumes are a huge part of that.
In the redesigned ballroom without an audience, Derek Huff returns, this time as a judge, taking Len's chair, sitting 8 feet apart from Carrie Ann and Bruno.
I think it's for safety reasons because Bruno and I are very because I'm very similar in the way I move my body. So I'm like, it's probably good that we're not next to each other because it probably would have been a hazard. And poor Carrie Ann would have been just dodging arms everywhere.
And after 28 seasons, a new host, Tyra Banks, who spoke to our very own Sandra Vergara.
How excited are you to join the show as the first ever solo host?
Yeah, it's a lot of responsibility, right? Like solo. But I'm up for the challenge. I actually like things that are difficult. I like to prove people that I can do something. And so I'm really up for this challenge. And I got some serious, shoes to fill. Tom Bergeron he's a comedic genius. Aaron really was like kind of that tell it like it is, like real, like chick, like kind of breaking down the truth. And so like I have a lot of responsibility.
I think Tyra's definitely got this. She's a total one-woman show. On another note, dancing may have its first injury. Anne Hesh, seen here, shows off her taped-up knee. And Lawrence and Kay, here are two things you won't see tonight. A couple going home, as the first elimination isn't until next week. And hold on, this 10 paddle, because no one gets a 10 on their first night of Dancing with the Stars. Not even this girl from Barranquilla.
No, where did she get that 10 from? That was some magic. I don't want to know.
You didn't even bend down again.
I don't want to know, Sandra. You are amazing. Now, Lawrence,
Yes.
Let's send it over to Jeremy Parsons. He's got two music superstars making news.
That's right, Kay and Lawrence. Katy Perry and Taylor Swift ended their legendary feud back in 2018. We remember that. And what happened yesterday has people talking. A modern-day olive branch from Taylor Swift to Katy Perry. Taylor sent Katy and Orlando Bloom this adorable peach satin baby blanket. Katy posted the gift on her Instagram with the handwritten note from Taylor. She commented, her baby girl Daisy adores her hand-embroidered blankie. Check out the corner. It says, Baby Bloom.
And after 7 years, Taylor Swift.
And Taylor will perform her country Billboard Top 10 hit Betty live Wednesday night on the ACMs. The freshest Airbnb has people renting. Will Smith posted how you can stay in his wing of the famous TV Bel Air home. For just 30 bucks, yes, 30, you can stay in the crib where the Fresh Prince hung with DJ Jazzy Jeff and played basketball in his bedroom. Or you can chill by the pool and know that a donation will go to a good cause, close to Will's heart, the Boys and Girls Club of Philadelphia. The heart monitor went off the charts when Katie Holmes was spotted kissing New York restaurateur Emilio Vitalo Jr. Katie's new boyfriend was seen taking a break at his dad's famous restaurant without her, instead casually chatting with customers. All right, got you up to speed on all that. Guys, you ready for this? It's a big moment, our first ever masked star. It's a little game we're gonna be playing. Can you guess who she is? Here are the clues for you. She's won 9 Grammys and been in 9 movies. This is a big clue if you know who it is. Owns 6 Guinness World Records, and her legs were once insured for $1 million. Any guesses? Don't guess yet. I mean, don't say it, but what do you think? Feel good?
So to be clear, she went 9 for 9. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
9 movies, 9 wins, and I'm out.
There you go. I guess so. More clues and the masked star revealed later on in the show.
Next, my interview with Drew Barrymore.
This is gonna work. You're rad. This is rad.
Lawrence, it seems she's a fan of our show.
I cannot blame her for that. Also coming up, a runway show like none other.
I have children with special needs, and I've watched them struggle with buttoning buttons and zipping zippers.
Our inspirational story of the day, Runway to Dreams, is moments away.
But first, here's a story that will definitely make you smile.
Okay, don't open. No opening. Close your eyes, Grammy.
I'm peeking.
Close your eyes. Hold out your hands and close your eyes.
I'm peeking.
Close your eyes.
This family has a surprise of a lifetime around the corner. Their brother Zeke is fighting acute myeloid leukemia after spending 75 days in the hospital. He's finally home.
Okay, open.
Please welcome Drew Barrymore.
That's right, we're not the only ones premiering a new show. Drew Barrymore kicked off her daytime talk show today. Believe it or not, Drew's been acting for the past 40 years, and she's graced the cover of People magazine 13 times. I got to catch up with Drew earlier, where she made it very clear that she might be our #1 fan.
I'm sitting here watching you going, oh, I love watching you so much. I bet I'm not the only one. This is gonna work. You're rad. This is rad.
All right. 3, 2, 1, and we're live.
Here we go, everybody. Have a great show.
Why was now the time you chose to do this in your life?
I had talked about doing a talk show at one point, and the timing just was not right. And I can't believe now is the right time when it would seem like the exact opposite. But I'm glad it's at least now. I think I'm probably at, one of the healthiest places in my life.
Launching a 1-hour talk show during a pandemic is no small task, but Drew is no stranger to working hard. Not only is she the host, she's also a producer.
I've learned so much in this year, and I really wanted to share that with people. I just thought maybe I should peel back the curtains. I love the stories that make us know that life is worth living, that there are affirming things happening out there. There's function in chaos. And I think People magazine, and this is, not kissing bottom, but I literally have been working with you guys since I was 7 years old.
Your first cover.
Oh God, was it 84? Was it the one with Ricky Schroeder? Yes, and Henry Thomas. Yep.
Yes, it is Ricky Schroeder, Henry Thomas. How to make your kid a star. Can you imagine your kids being on the cover of a People magazine? This is wild.
No, I would not, actually. But, for anyone who does, I not only don't judge it, I wouldn't change my journey for anything in the world.
She comes.
Oh my.
The show tapes in New York with a COVID-safe virtual audience, and Drew's inviting some of her A-list friends to swing by for a chat. I know. For the launch, Lucy Liu, Adam Sandler, Cameron Diaz. Who's the white whale? Who are you going for? The person that you want on your show the most?
I asked David Sedaris to be on the show because to me, I think I might like pass out on the floor.
I love that she said David Sedaris. We were like soul sisters, one of my favorite authors and humorists. She's the best. And I love that she told me that her 2 daughters visit her all the time on set. It's so cute.
Those yellow doors. I don't know. Something
love
about
it.
the energy that those yellow doors bring when you walk in. Coming up, an inspirational story that you do not want to miss, Runway of Dreams, featuring models with disabilities in adaptive or easy-to-wear clothing.
I love that. And will there be a Desperate Housewives reunion? Oh, Eva tells me next.
But first, today's People Chatter featuring Kelly Clarkson, opening up about her divorce for the first time as only Kelly can.
I mean, it's no secret. My life has been a little bit of a dumpster the last, personally, it's been a little hard. So the last couple months, I've been talking to friends that have been through divorce. I don't know how people go through that without having some kind of outlet, because it is the worst thing ever, for everyone involved.
Oh, wow. It's New York Fashion Week, and no show is more inspiring than the annual Runway of Dreams. It features models with disabilities in adaptive or easy-to-wear clothing.
And while this pandemic has changed the look of all the designer shows, in tonight's Story That Inspires, it's proven to be a plus for this one. From the US to the UK, they walked and rolled on video for this year's virtual Runway of Dreams.
We have been able to touch people from around the world that we haven't been able to have on our runways, and now we can. So a pandemic certainly wasn't stopping us.
Founder Mindy Shire is on a mission to make the fashion industry more inclusive.
People with disabilities are the largest minority that we have on our planet.
For her, it's personal.
I am also the mom of a child who has muscular dystrophy. And until Oliver came into my life, I really forgot how profoundly important clothing is to who you are as a person. Your self-esteem, your confidence, how you show up to the world.
Tommy Hilfiger jumped on board when Mindy first approached him in 2015.
It touched my heart because I have children with special needs, and I've watched them struggle with buttoning buttons and zipping zippers and actually getting dressed.
Hilfiger was the first big-name designer to launch an adaptive clothing line for kids, which he has expanded to include all ages.
These people have been disregarded for so long, and now they have an opportunity to wear something that is cool and wear something that is either stylish or on trend or of the moment. It changes their whole attitude in life because it gives them a feeling of confidence.
Hi everyone, I'm Shane.
And I'm Hannah. emceeing the show are newly married disability activists and social media stars Shane Burkaw and Hannah Aylward.
I have a very unique body because of the disease that I live with. Finding clothes that fit me is always a struggle. I often have to shop in the children's section to find clothes.
Seeing the difference she's made means everything to Mindy.
To know that my son is going to grow up in a world that includes him, that believes that people with disabilities are just as important. To know that we have maybe a little bit of history in making that change happen is truly indescribable.
I personally work with Muscular Dystrophy Association. This hits hard, close to home. It's so inspiring.
Beautiful stuff to see them kind of raise this money and, you know, just keep a spirit of I have another day. You know, I'm blessed regardless. I love that. I love
Jeremy, Def Leppard drummer Rick Allen lost his arm in a car accident, and his wife also took part in the show. Head to Runway of Dreams, their website, for a link to the live stream. It starts at 8 p.m. Eastern, and that is where I will be.
Okay, time to bring Jeremy back, as I love to do with our Masked Star of the Day.
Here we go. You ready for this? We're going to go over the clues one more time for this Masked Star. She has won 9 Grammys, has been in 9 movies, owns 6 Guinness World Records. Her legs were once insured for $1 million. One more. Her given name is Robin.
It is.
And she might be hanging out under her umbrella, Ella.
Okay, well, why are we here? Why don't we leave and you can go ahead and,
It's Rihanna. Okay, see you guys.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, Riri, love it. Coming up, will there be a Desperate Housewives reunion? I won't tell you now. Stay here, find out from Eva Longoria herself in tonight's One Last Thing.
Everybody always asks me, like, why farm workers? Why do you care about farm workers? I go, because I eat. If you eat, you should care about farmers and farm workers.
She could not have been cooler. She is so inspiring, and I love that she's been an advocate for American farmers who've been very much hard hit by the pandemic.
I love this story. Wow. So she's done that and partnered with the Tillamook County Creamery Association for their All for Farmers campaign to help raise money for struggling farmers.
Now we end tonight's first People Show. We made it.
We did it.
This is something you know and love from the magazine. It's One Last Thing. Guess who our featured guest is?
Eva
Longoria.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye,
You did it. Last time you danced.
Yesterday.
Why? What? When?
I dance every day with my son at bedtime. So we
Santiago is
dance.
the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life. Speaking of Santiago, when's the last time he made you laugh?
Oh, this morning. I think like 20 minutes ago. He was trying to take my AirPod out of my ear, and the interviewer was like, I was like, I'm so sorry. He won't. And he's like, my AirPod, my AirPod. I like the fact that he knows the word AirPod.
Eva, what's the last time you were out of your comfort zone?
Probably hosting the DNC.
Last show that you binge watched?
Cobra Kai. Okay. Have you seen Cobra Kai?
Do you ever binge watch The Housewives? Do you ever go back in time?
Oh God, no. No.
No, do you think there's all these reboots? Reboots are hot in the streets these days, Eva. Any chance we see a reboot?
I wish. I miss being Gabby. I really do. I wish. But now our showrunner, our creator, Mark Cherry's like, I mean, I slept with everybody on the block. I don't know what more I could do on that show.